Happy President's Day, everybody. Hi, this is Dick Morin with Consumers First Mortgage, bringing you another Consumer's Moment. Hey, I wanted to give you an update, if I could, on the payroll tax extension that I'm sure you know by now has already been extended. We've heard it on the news and read it in the newspaper. But the good news is that through the great efforts of the National Association of Realtors, the National Association of Mortgage Brokers, Mortgage Bankers Association, and a few others, we have encouraged Congress not to fund the extension through increased fees in the mortgage industry. So Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae and the FHA program have been left out of the equation, and that's great news for all of the home buyers and borrowers that we have coming up here in the spring buying market. And I thought I'd pass that along to you if you didn't know that already. I was riding around in my car the other day, or actually I think I saw it on television, and there was an ad from a lender, a national lender, who promotes themselves as always being on top of things, and they had a great rate of 3.875, and as required by law they stated that their annual percentage rate was something like 4.17%. So I came back to the office and I wanted to figure out exactly what was that translating into as with regard to fees and cost to the home buyer. Well, I did the math using my system, using the average loan size here in the greater Kennebunk area that I'm financing, and guess what? At a 3.875% rate with a 4.17 APR, Quicken Loans is doing those wonderful deals for the consumer with 2.5 points, if you can believe that. 2.5% of the loan amount in fees. You may recall that some fees are calculated in the annual percentage rate. Those things like life of loan flood certification, processing fees, administrative fees, broker fees, points, and loan level pricing adjustments for those things such as loan to value or credit score and so forth. Those all get dumped into the calculation of the APR. But when we quote rates to you, we're quoting things based on the best scenario. And if this lender is out on the public airwaves telling people that they have a 3.875 rate with a 4.17% APR, they are instantly automatically charging 2.5 points for that transaction. Keep that in the back of your mind when you talk to a customer. In all of the years I've been doing this business, there has not been one internet or long distance loan relationship that has ever worked. If you don't have boots on the ground here locally taking care of business, the transaction seems to go off the beaten path to a certain degree. So it's best to remember it this way: if the note rate and the APR are further apart, the greater the span between the two, the more fees a consumer is paying typically on their loan. And that's why consumers are supposed to shop and check APR from one lender to another. Everybody can say we have a note rate of 3.875 or a note rate of 4%. But if the APR from one lender to another is dramatically different, typically the one that's further away from the note rate is the one that's charging the more fees. Just another way that Consumers First Mortgage can help you out. I'm here on this holiday for you if you need me. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk again soon.